They buried her reputation before she even knew she was at war. By the time the screenshots went viral, her name had already become a headline, a crypto queen caught in fraud scandal. She hadn't stolen a cent, but that didn't matter. In this city, perception was more expensive than truth, and someone, somewhere, had paid dearly to destroy hers. She stood there, in the center of the chaos she never caused, wearing the same calm expression that used to close million-dollar deals. But behind that stillness, something darker had begun to bloom. Not rage, not fear. Calculation. Her name was Alara Voss, a fintech analyst turned crypto strategist. 28, precise in thought and motion, with the kind of intelligence that made people both admire and fear her. Every evening, she'd stand before a wall of digital charts, markets flickering like constellations across 3 curved monitors. Her company, Vaultline Capital, wasn't the biggest, but it was clean, efficient, and entirely hers. What made her dangerous wasn't her ambition. It was her ability to see the pattern before anyone else did. When others chased trends, she chased truth. When others bet on hype, she bet on fear. And for a while, fear paid well. Her predictions were so accurate they bordered on prophetic. The investors called her the girl who could smell the next crash. But success has gravity, and it always pulls vultures closer. One night, as the city slipped into static, an encrypted message blinked open. No sender, no signature, just a single line of text. You're playing with the wrong algorithm. Then, in a string of wallet addresses, each moving millions in anonymous transfers. She should have deleted it. She didn't. That was the night Alara's brilliance became bait. They came to her as partner, 3 men from a Singapore fund, slick, courteous, drowning in confidence. They wanted her predictive model, the algorithm she'd built to forecast market collapse. They offered $8 million and full partnership rights. She refused politely, twice. Then came the pressure, subtle at first. Missed calls, contracts rewritten overnight, a journalist asking suspiciously specific questions. Then came the smear campaign.
The anonymous threads.
The fake screenshots. The whispers that she had manipulated markets herself. Every empire built on data has one weak point, trust, and they knew exactly where to cut. The betrayal didn't come from her rivals. It came from inside. Her lead engineer, Noah Brecht, had quietly cloned her algorithm weeks before the attack. He sold it to the same men who planned to destroy her. He didn't do it for money. He did it for revenge. For every moment she made him feel small in the shadow of her intellect. And Alara found the trail, buried inside her own code, a digital fingerprint left behind by arrogance. But instead of confronting him, she began to play a different game. A game they didn't know she had already mastered. She begins a counterattack. She built a phantom company, a replica fund that looked identical to hers. Then she let them steal from it. Every transaction, every coin, every hack, I saw was bait, and the wallets they funneled it through, already tagged. She turned deception into data, and data into vengeance. Weeks passed. The markets grew volatile, rumors spreading like wildfire through crypto channels. Her reputation sank. But her hidden fortune grew. She tracked every movement, mirrored every transfer, until the web of lies collapsed under its own weight. The men who tried to ruin her woke up to frozen assets, impending federal subpoenas. But the most haunting part wasn't the victory. It was how calm she felt watching them fall. Because somewhere in that chaos, Alara realized she no longer wanted justice. She wanted control. She built a private ledger, invisible, untraceable, and began moving her new wealth off the grid, the same way they did. When you stare long enough into corruption, you begin to envy its efficiency, and by the time the world tried to destroy her again, they couldn't, because she'd already become one of them. Months later, Alara was untouchable. Every traceable asset gone, every story rewritten by new scandals, louder ones. She'd built a digital fortress, a decentralized labyrinth of wallets, shell accounts, and ghost identities. From the outside, she was ruined. From the inside, she was free. But freedom has an echo, and it sounds a lot like loneliness. Every message she sent was encrypted. Every call rerouted through 5 countries. Every name in her contact list, fake. She had protected herself from everyone, including herself. Began with another anonymous email. This time, no threats. Just a single file. Insight. A transaction log. Millions flowing out of her hidden wallets. Her own system. To betraying her. For the first time, she felt something she hadn't in months. Panic. She traced the route. Hong Kong. Zurich. Lagos. Each account led back to one impossible source. He'd survived the fallout, and now he was the ghost inside her code. Ilara tore through her systems, fingers trembling over glass keys, code spilling across the screen like confession. She could shut it all down, freeze the chain, expose him, but doing so would expose herself too. Her hidden fortune, her mirrored ledgers, the proof that she had become exactly what they accused her of being. In the end, justice wasn't a choice. It was a mirror, and she couldn't stand to look anymore. She deleted everything, her company servers, her wallets, her code, every trace of both their crimes. Then silence. When the authorities raided Noah's flat, they found nothing but one message pinned to his monitor. She already won. Ilara disappeared from the digital world that had once defined her. No posts, no photos, just a lingering rumor. A woman who sold her past for silence and bought peace with the profits of betrayal. Some say she lives quietly now, somewhere where currency still smells like paper and not power. Others say she didn't disappear at all, that she simply rebranded. A new name, a new fund, a new story waiting to begin. They tried to ruin her, and they did. But the woman who replaced her made sure it was worth every cent.